While Australian farmers say the Middle East conflict is rapidly driving up a threat to our food security, more dangerous than the choking of global oil supplies. Our crops rely heavily on fertilizer.
This is going to be really impacting our farmers in Australia. We're not having access to diesel, not having access to fertiliser. Who knows how long this is going to go on for.
So what are fertiliser prices up to? They're going up quickly. Why?
Higher fertiliser, higher fuel, higher machinery, higher interest rates. Everything's higher.
Isn't it amazing that a government can so terribly run the economy and drive cost of living through the roof? Cheers, Albo.
Albo's definitely not helping us grow our businesses the way we're going at the moment, with rates and cost of living going up constantly over time.
You've just made a really good argument for electric vehicles.
Since when does electric trucks work in Western Queensland? These guys have got absolutely no idea about rural Australia.
Welcome to Dollars in the Dirt. I'm Brecken and this is where we break down the finance side of farming so you can grow your operation, buy that next property and build real wealth. Let's get into it.
We're going to do some more reaction videos today, some videos that have gone viral on TikTok and Instagram. Here we go. Let's see what they come up with today.
Now just have a quick listen to Barnaby trying to explain some basic truths to this muppet.
Let's see what Barnaby's got to say here.
We load cattle, I've got diesel, and you can't do it on independent power, windmills and solar panels, for goodness sake.
Now listen to what someone who has immense power in our government at the moment has to say in response.
Let's see what she's got to say here.
You've just made a really good argument for electric vehicles.
Oh, electric vehicles? What is she talking about? Seriously? Electric trucks? Since when does electric trucks work in Western Queensland? Where are they going to charge them? How is electric truck going to go from Winton to Brisbane with a load of cattle? Like, seriously, these guys have got absolutely no idea about rural Australia.
Isn't it amazing that a government can so terribly run the economy and drive cost of living through the roof?
Cost of living going through the roof. That's an understatement if I ever heard one.
And your reward for that as a working Australian is you have to pay more for your mortgage. Cheers, Albo.
How true is that? Our cost of living going through the roof, interest rates going up, just shows that we need to really make sure that we're across our business and know exactly what's going on at the moment, because, you know, this Albo is definitely not helping us grow our businesses the way we're going at the moment, with rates and cost of living going up constantly over time. Yeah, it's really important to have someone on your team to understand, you know, what a higher interest rate means for your business and how that impact is going to have on your bottom line. So having a good broker in your corner, you know, looking ahead to make sure that there's nothing on the horizon that's going to impact your cash flow, make sure that you're going to meet all your commitments, is really important in this climate of the economy.
El Presidente Chuck Norris has just kicked off Operation Epic Fury, so I'm just wondering where my input costs are going to be for the year.
They're going to be high, that's for sure.
Oh, I just woke up a bedhead. What's that? Drugs to deal with you? All right, mate.
Oh, holy moly, everything going on at the moment. You need some of that, whatever he's got.
So what are fertiliser prices up to? They're going up quickly. Why?
Higher fertiliser, higher fuel, higher machinery, higher interest rates. Everything's higher.
The Iran conflict has closed the Strait of Hormuz, and we get most of our fertiliser from Morocco and the Middle East. So supply is impossible. Like, we might run out. But it's not like you're ordering ships of fertiliser last minute just before we start sowing. Isn't that what you fellas are doing? Yeah, righto. Yeah, you got me. But don't we make fertiliser in Australia? We got heaps of LNG. Yeah, no, we stopped that years ago.
Everything's going to go up by the way these guys are going. Now's probably a good time to do a really good deep dive and review of your business, your finance costs, all the costs in your business, to make sure that if there's an uptick in any of them, that you're across it and you're ahead of the game before you realise that things have become too expensive and it's making you unviable. So being, you know, finance ready at this point in time is really important, because you don't want to be scrambling to get that all together, or accessing capital if you need it when it's too late. There's always external factors like obviously the war, but you know, there's always going to be fires or floods, or commodity prices are going to drop. You need to always make sure that your business is in a position that you're prepared to deal with any shocks that may come across the desk at any point in time.
Just quickly, if you're tired of explaining your operation to a new bank manager every year, only to get a one-size-fits-all deal that doesn't fit your business, we can help. At Seasoned Finance, we do things differently. We've got over 70 years of combined experience in agricultural lending, and we work for you, not the banks. We're the consistent expert team in your corner, fighting to get the finance that actually helps you grow, purchase the next property, and build your legacy. Don't leave money on the table. If you're looking at your next move or just want a second opinion on your current setup, click the link in the show notes to book a confidential, no obligation chat with the team, and we'll show you what's possible. Righto guys, now back to the episode.
While Australian farmers say the Middle East conflict is rapidly driving up a threat to our food security, more dangerous than the choking of global oil supplies. Our crops rely heavily on fertilizer, and with global shipping at
Yeah, this is critical for our farmers. Need to make sure we're really organised at this point in time, because fertiliser prices go through the roof, diesel scarcity at the moment.
For farmers like Jacob Wright, Iran closing the trade-rich sea lanes through the Strait of Hormuz is doubly alarming. Yes, Tehran is throttling global oil.
To get the crop in the ground, the tractor's got to have diesel in it.
This is going to be really impacting our farmers in Australia. We're not having access to diesel, not having access to fertiliser. Who knows how long this is going to go on for and what impact it's going to have on farmers. But these shocks aren't uncommon to agricultural businesses. You know, there's often shocks with droughts or floods, or, you know, in the past there's been diesel shortages, fertiliser shortages. These all have an impact on your business, and the guys that really can have an understanding of their business, understanding, you know, having to stockpile, being able to stockpile, have stuff put away for things like this, and having the cash to be able to do that. They're the people that have got through this a lot less impacted than what the guys that didn't have a plan around these sudden shocks. So yeah, like with every crisis, there's often opportunities that come out of it. And so, you know, Australian farmers need to try and navigate through this to understand what opportunities might come. You know, prices of wheat might go through the roof, or, you know, there might be also, you know, the price of beef might go through the roof. So, you know, we need to make sure that we're positioned to take advantage of opportunities as they arise. And, you know, who knows, just making sure you've got your business in a position that's well placed to make the most of those opportunities if they come up.
Thanks for tuning in to Dollars in the Dirt. If you've got value from today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss the insights you need to grow your business. And if you're ready to stop being just another number to the banks, visit Season Finance via the link in the show notes. Remember to follow us on socials, and catch you next time.